What's wrong with it?
Every guy who wrote something in there wasn't appointed by God.
Like who?
Paul.
Paul wasn't appointed?
No.
You mean 1 Corinthians
Paul.
chapter 14?
What verse?
1 Corinthians chapter 14, I think it's verse at the bottom.
Now watch this question. Is that a letter that Paul wrote to the Corinthians?
Yeah.
So why? I can verify I'm the king of the book. I'm the king of the world.
Well,
I'm saying I'm the king of the world.
Gotcha.
How you gonna prove that I'm not the king?
Gotcha.
It's the book of
So,
Proverbs,
watch this.
chapter
Here you go.
30, verse 5.
Go ahead.
Every word of God is pure.
Uh-huh.
He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him.
Mm-hmm.
And not thou unto his word,
Go ahead.
lest he reprove thee,
Give me
and thou be found a liar.
Now, was Paul found a liar?
You want me to know why Paul found a liar?
Why?
Because he never met Jesus in the flesh.
No, he didn't meet him in the flesh.
In the flesh.
But he did
So
see
how
him.
he get appointed by Jesus though?
But did he see him?
No.
Give me Acts chapter 9. He didn't see him.
Who wrote the book of Acts now? Come on, see.
That's Luke. Luke wrote.
What was Luke? Do Luke have a book?
Yeah.
All right, what was Luke? What was Luke?
Luke was a prophet. Luke was actually a doctor and a prophet. What that got to do with that?
All the scientists you see in the world today, do they believe in God?
What that got to do with anything?
I'm showing you that Luke didn't believe in God.
Of course he did. Why?
Just because he wrote a letter, a book.
Listen, I'm a termite man. That don't make me less a prophet because I'm a termite man. I can't be both.
You know why it don't make you more?
Hold on. Peter walked with God. Wasn't Peter a fisherman? Was he a prophet?
I
So
didn't
you
say
can
he
be
was a
both.
prophet.
Why
I said
not?
he was an apostle.
He got a whole book of Peter.
I got a book of Peter, but that
So
don't
he
make him a prophet.
He prophesied things. He didn't prophesy anything? Yeah, of course. You want to bring a prophecy that he
No. Go to that verse you were going to just now. About showing me that Paul was
Where you want to start at?
1 Corinthians, I think it's 14, verse number 20.
y'all guys, I really thought y'all would have an open mind on certain things. If I give you a book, would you destroy my book or would you read it? Now you got
Start
your
at
stuff.
21.
You got your stuff.
Yeah.
If I show you a book, would you read it or destroy my book?
Hold on, if you give me a book, will I destroy it or depending on what's in there? I'm going to read it first, find out what it is, and then if it's caca, destroy it. I mean, if it's what?
No, I don't want you to destroy it, just give it back to me.
I ain't trying to change the subject.
No,
But last, continue on our account, you said we read Psalm 83.
I said I read it.
You said we did.
I think
You
y'all
said
read it wrong, too.
But my question, I want to ask you that. You gonna read it, and then you give the interpretation. And two, I want to ask you last time. How
ran out of time.
How do you know that you descend from Ishmael? I want to ask you, what information that gave you to the conclusion that you come from Ishmael? I want to ask you that.
Well, I can't say it right off here directly now. Because I stopped reading the book.
I get that. I'm just saying, but when you did read it, what information that brought you to the conclusion that you descend from the Ishmael family?
Because there's Isaac and there's Ishmael. Both of them are the descendants of Abraham.
Where
Correct?
do we get that information from?
Abraham is the father.
I understand that. Where do we get that information from?
What book did we get that from? Where did you get that from? How did you know that?
I got it from
The Bible.
the book. Yeah, this here.
All right.
Well, now, I'm trying to understand now.
I just told you now. This book is not 100.
But when you was coming to the understanding that you come from Ishmael, how you know that's 100 then?
Because Joshua told me.
But still, who?
Joshua.
A man.
So how do you find out from Joshua? How did you find out about Joshua?
Yeah, see, y'all trying to twist the word.
We not twisting.
We asked
Let me
you
show you.
basic
Let me
questions.
show you. Watch, let me show you. Let me show you. In the book of Matthew, they tell you the 12 disciples that met Jesus. It tells you right there on the spot. Paul named nowhere around there. Luke named not nowhere around there. Why would you use those people that were scientists, but I'm going to use the word smarter than the other people that were at that time? Because it was doctors, a lawyer, or whatever he was, a psychologist. Those guys don't count because they didn't work with God. Or Jesus, if y'all want to call him Jesus, whatever y'all word y'all want to use, y'all can use.
Give me
don't
Acts
matter.
chapter 9.
But as far as Joshua is a direct descendant, came from Moses. It was given to him.
But that's what I'm asking. I get what you're saying. What I'm asking is,
Book of John, the book of Revelation, it says that God came to John in the flesh. I keep leaving that out.
I'm about to read that to you.
listen what I'm asking. Going back and forth from the Old Testament and the New Testament, right? You're talking about disciples that walk with Christ, right? Then I asked you about how do you know you just did from
I
Ishmael?
said Joshua.
How did you get that account from Adam to Joshua? Abraham, how you get that time in the history? How did they come to earth?
Well, I got to use Adam and Eve according to that book. Yeah. Well, hold on, you're losing.
Why? Because you get the first 5 books. Who wrote? It's who?
Moses.
But was he in Abraham's time?
Ooh.
Now that's what I was trying to get you to get. Now watch this question. Watch this question. That's what I was trying to get him to get. There were people here when watch hold it. No, let me finish my sentence.
All right.
When I was trying to get this guy to understand this, I'm gonna show you how Moses wasn't here when Abraham was here, but he had the first 5 books, right?
Right.
And in those 5 books is Abraham's name. There's Noah's name in all 5 of them books. So y'all trying to leave them out. I'm not trying to leave none of them out. When Adam and Eve was in the garden, Cain killed Abel, right or wrong? Just make sure we're on the right page. Cain killed Abel. God came back and Eve had another son named Seth, correct? What he told Cain, what did he tell Cain? Get out. What Cain said, I cannot leave, Lord, because if I go out there, they're going to kill me. Who going to kill him? So you got to remember, the garden was a garden, but it was designed to do a certain thing. But you keep forgetting there were other people still there. The flood had never came yet, right? So who was going to kill him? Same thing I'm saying with Moses. Moses was here. He wrote these books. God had to tell him, not me, or not you. Whoever the prophet was, or the disciple, or the angel that came down, he had to explain that his seed was going to go such and such and such. You can't leave them out. You can't leave Cain out. Because if Cain went to somewhere, he made some children over there. He didn't die. Them children didn't die. That's all I'm trying to tell you about the Caucasus Mountain. How you know I went to Caucasus Mountain where Cain went? Caucasian is spelled Caucasus Mountain. That's where the white people come from. Why do white people walk around with no clothes on in the wintertime? Because that's where they came from. Who Abraham went got them? Where Abraham went got them from? You keep leaving that out. The curse wasn't on the guy you gave me, whatever the guy named. You could use Cush if you wanted to use Cush. The curse wasn't on Cush. The Mormons said Cush was white. How could Cush be white? He was Egyptian. You already know.
The curse was on.
The Mormons said that. I didn't see.
No,
You saw the Mormons said it was on Cush. Cush.
I thought it was on Cain.
No, Cain didn't get no curse. Cain got put out the garden.
So
my curse is on Canaan, the grandson of Noah.
listen to what I'm asking you. So Cain didn't get a curse.
I don't know. You talking about Cain who killed Abel?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you need to go back and find that out first before you.
No.
Because you're saying a lot of stuff, and what
I was only saying one thing.
No, listen.
Cain.
You skipped over. You went all the way back to Adam and Eve.
Right. Because you missing the part where there were other people around.
We don't disagree with that. We don't believe that God made just one man and one woman. We don't believe that. God made a plethora of birds. He made a plethora of everything. Why would he just make one man and one woman? We don't believe that.
Okay.
The Bible don't say that.
Yeah, but you leaving that. You leaving it out when you said that the grandson. When you said the grandson of Noah, the one who I said saw his daddy saw Noah naked.
You talking about Ham?
Ham. That's his name. I remember the name Ham.
Yeah.
When he saw Ham, all right, that his son was cursed.
Right.
Came from the land of Canaan. His son went to the land of Canaan.
Right. What about it?
He was cursed white. Oh, well, I call the word not white.
Well, you talking about curse be the? You talking about curse be Canaan? So what was that curse?
I told you what I use albinoism.
No, he tells you the curse.
No.
Dude, just pay attention. Watch, we're gonna read it for you. Give me that in Genesis, that chapter 10.
No.
Watch this. You're gonna read it.
Where did Cain? All right.
Hold on, let's read it.
Let's get to this. When he first came, the first came in. What people did he go to?
What you mean, Cain?
Yeah.
Cain went and started his own land called Enoch or whatever.
Yeah, he named it after his son.
After his son Enoch. Yeah, that's in the book of Genesis chapter.
So they got two Enochs in the Bible?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do.
They do.
Names
So how come they
really
can't have two Jesuses in the Bible?
Joshua's name is Jesus.
Oh man, there wasn't even a letter J then, man. Oh,
Dude, cut it out.
So how do you get Joshua?
This dude is insane.